Yo, welcome everyone. Bitcoin keeps dumping and so far we are not getting any major sign of strength. It does look weak, so lower price targets are definitely possible. Let me show you. You're going to notice Bitcoin yesterday actually hit a very interesting price target, going right now with the anchored VWAP and anchor it exactly at this specific high. We hit the level almost to the exact dollar accuracy. Additionally, when we go with our exponential moving averages on the 1 hourly time frame, we were also trading at approximately 50 exponential moving average, the red line. We hit both of those levels and right now clearly we are getting some kind of a rejection back towards downside. And remember yesterday, we also mentioned a very important price target, the first important support area we are going to be paying attention to, the golden Fibonacci ratio, when we are measuring the entire bounce towards the upside and also aligning with the liquidity level exactly below the recent lows. Additionally, exactly right here, Bitcoin also had a brand new daily support level and also the weekly level, the orange line. So there is no doubt, right now we are trading at some kind of an area of support. But the problem is, we are really not getting any major bounces back towards the upside. We are not getting any major sign of strength. It really does look like that right now we are testing our support level already for the second time, and remember, more times we test the support level, the higher the likelihood the support is going to break and Bitcoin is simply going to continue much lower towards downside. So I would right now say, if this specific support level right here is right now going to get lost, definitely make sure you're ready for our next lower target. I'm also going to share with you slightly later, but nevertheless, something very interesting happening right now on the crypto fear and greed index. As of right now, we are at the 21 level. However, if this specific index is going to drop by only 1 point, we are going to reach 20, which is then going to mean we go from fear directly in the extreme fear. And this right here is actually going to be quite a nice and quite a significant bullish Bitcoin indication, because remember, already a couple of days ago, I shared with you the previous scenario once the crypto fear and greed index dropped in the extreme fear. And it was back in March 2025. We actually hit the red area. Bitcoin was trading at approximately 80,000 US dollars. And of course, everyone right here was calling for lower targets. And also you're going to notice we hit the extreme fear and Bitcoin has gotten a major bounce back toward the upside. So yes, right now, if we are going to go in the extreme fear right here, in my opinion, a significant bullish Bitcoin indication, especially if we are going to be trading at our next very important area of support we are going to talk about in this specific video. And this is also right now why I would really appreciate for you to smash up the like button, because 1000 likes are really possible. And also tomorrow, yes, I am reopening my free VIP Discord group. So yes, make sure you have notifications on for the video, because the link to the Discord group is going to be in the video. 200 spots only, so make sure you're not late. Right now, let me also share with you something very interesting happening also on another important indicator many people are not paying attention to. I found out about the Adler Stochastic CG Oscillator indicator from one of the Korean traders, and you're actually right now going to see we are being flat on the daily time frame. We are definitely being in the oversold area. And what you're going to see, last time we were in the oversold area on this specific indicator, what happened? Bitcoin got a major bounce back towards another all-time high. I'm not saying that right now, because this specific indicator is reaching the oversold area and being flat, we need to go straight towards the all-time high. But nevertheless, this right here is right now showing to us potentially a bounce is actually around the corner. And of course, we are going to see if it's going to happen approximately from the area where we are trading as of right now. Additionally, let's go on the weekly time frame, because right here clearly we are curving back towards the downside. And usually once we we start curving towards upside, potentially the bottom then is going to be in very, very soon. You can notice right here, we got first curvature, second curvature towards upside, and Bitcoin actually bottomed out slightly earlier than we hit the oversold area on this specific indicator. It also happened right here. We got first push down, second push down, Bitcoin bottomed out right here, and we got another push towards the upside before we hit the oversold area. So if you look like that, potentially we could also get the bottom for Bitcoin literally in the next couple of days, especially if the crypto fear and greed index is going to reach the extreme fear area, when we are going to hit our next lower price target right here. And of course then also ideally we need to get some kind of a sign of strength before we enter another long or a buying position on the Bitcoin price itself. Right now additionally, let's go with the MACD indicator, because this one right here is also looking very, very interesting. On the daily time frame, yes, we are having a setup of a regular bullish divergence. What does that mean? You need to get a lower low on Bitcoin, which right now clearly we are getting. Even if we are going to go lower right here, it is still going to be a lower low. On the MACD, clearly you're going to notice higher low is being formed. Now, of course, this specific bullish divergence is not confirmed as right now. We still need to get a curvature toward the upside on the MACD for us to confirm the divergence, and for us to then, of course, say, yes, the bottom is probably in, let's look for a very big bounce right here. But nevertheless, it is going to be some kind of a bullish Bitcoin indication on the MACD indicator on a very high term time frame on the daily. Now, let's also go with our horizontal range, because yes, unfortunately, the reality is our range is right now once again getting a break towards the downside. And usually, once we are breaking it, this right here is going to be a sign of weakness. We hit our golden Fibonacci ratio only a couple of hours ago right here, but also right here, we retested the bottom of the range, which acted as the area of resistance. And right now, Bitcoin is getting a rejection exactly from this specific area. So again, it does look like we hit the support level, but it does look like we were not able to get the acceptance back into our horizontal range. Definitely, again, a sign of weakness for Bitcoin. If we are going to be able to get a bounce right here back into our horizontal range, bullish Bitcoin indication, and in this scenario, sure, I'm going to look to fire a brand new long or a buying position. But unfortunately, as of right now, we are not able to see a push toward the upside. So that is why with my long positions, I am still being slightly more patient. Are we going to get a sign of strength right here, or simply is Bitcoin going to continue lower? And right now, probably you're wondering what is going to be our next lower target. As I already shared with you yesterday, the only next level I'm right now paying attention to if we go lower, or should I say the first level I'm paying attention to, is literally this specific low right here at 98,200 US dollars. If we are going to be able to get some kind of a reaction at this specific area, sure, I'm going to look to fire a brand new long or a buying position right here, especially if the crypto fear and greed index is going to be in the extreme fear area. Once again, why? Because in previous examples, once we are reaching the extreme fear area, usually Bitcoin bottoms, and then of course we might even be expecting some kind of a bounce back towards the upside. Additionally, let's talk about some diagonal levels right here, because also we can pay attention to the diagonal areas of resistances, because if broken, they are going to be a sign of strength. So first diagonal level is going to be visible on the 1 hourly time frame. We are going to be connecting our lower highs with this specific diagonal level, where you're going to see definitely some kind of a diagonal area of resistance is right now being quite strong for Bitcoin, because only a couple of hours ago we tested the level, we got a rejection back down. So what we can right now say, the first sign of strength on the 1 hourly is going to be Bitcoin reclaiming the diagonal level and once again pushing back into our horizontal range. This right here, in my opinion, would be definitely a valid long entry. Additionally, what if we are then going to simply continue even higher towards the upside? In this scenario, of course, as I already shared with you yesterday, you need to be aware of the much bigger diagonal level that is going to come in at approximately, let's just say, 105,000 US dollars. Definitely right now, we do need to pay attention to those diagonals, because simply the trend is very strong towards the upside, and breaking those diagonals right here is definitely going to be some kind of a sign of strength on the Bitcoin price itself. And this is right now why, yes, I'm only interested to fire a brand new long or a buy position. And also, if you want to trade with us, make sure you take an advantage of the free 30,000 US dollar bonus with the first first link down below, because only after you register, you're going to get 20 USDT on Bybit exchange right here. Click the first link right here, make sure you register, you get 20 USDT, then deposit because you're going to get another 20 USDT, but also once you're going to be trading, you're going to get even bigger bonuses, and literally only after you're going to open up your first trade, you're going to get even bigger bonuses using the first link down below after you register and after initial deposit. Right now, let's also talk about something very, very important, because yes, as of right now, Bitcoin monthly returns for the month of November clearly are being in red. Currently, the month of November of 2025 is being in the negative 7.26% return, which of course it's not the best. Ideally, we want the month of November to of course be green, but I would say like that, if Bitcoin is going to be able to get a bounce literally in the next couple of days, approximately at the area where we are, or maybe slightly lower, definitely the month of November can flip back into green. Additionally, pay right now attention to the liquidation heat map on the 3-day time frame. This one right here is, as of right now, also being slightly more bullish. We have bigger liquidations exactly above the recent highs right here. However, you're also going to see some liquidations are being exactly below the recent lows. And this is right now why I am telling to you. Because right now, Bitcoin is not getting any major sign of strength. Potentially, we are looking for lower targets. And yes, our lower target is simply going to be our next liquidity level at $98,200 US, aligning beautifully with the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level when we are measuring the entire upper price action, going right now with our 0.5 and applying the logarithmic scale on our chart. This specific level coming in exactly below our liquidity level. So I would definitely say the first target right now for us to pay attention to is going to be this specific area. Of course, if then we are going to go lower, we can still talk about our golden Fibonacci ratio right here, but nevertheless, as right now, this right here is the first target. So let us right now see if Bitcoin is going to be able to get some kind of a reaction right here, if the long opportunity is going to be offered to us. And again, you don't have to watch the chart 24/7. All you have to do is to simply set an alert exactly right here, and you're going to get a notification on your phone once the level is going to get hit. Then simply you look at the chart, look at the reaction, and then simply fire a brand new long or a buying position if the reaction is going to be a nice one, if the liquidity grab is going to be successful. Right now also, I want to very quickly go through Ethereum, because Ethereum right now, if we go without the logarithmic scale, we are right now trading exactly at the golden Fibonacci ratio. So clearly right now Ethereum is already at some kind of a very important area of support. However, we can right now say, if Bitcoin does right now go lower, we hit our liquidity level, and of course also we hit our 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, also Ethereum is going to potentially go lower. And yes, if we right now go with the logarithmic scale right here, the golden Fibonacci ratio is of course going to be slightly lower at approximately $2,900 US. If we do hit the golden pocket on Ethereum, if we do get a nice reaction of Bitcoin at the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, for sure, I'm also going to fire a brand new long position on Ethereum itself. So yes, as of right now, in the next couple of days, I definitely do think some very nice price targets are going to get hit. But again, do not FOMO into a long position. You really need to wait for some kind of a reaction back towards the upside, because if there is no reaction, we break all of the levels like butter. No way I want to be in a long trade. You need to be patient, wait for some kind of a candle close above our previous low. Also, of course, here on Ethereum, you want to experience some kind of a very small bounce. I don't want to long the exact bottom, but nevertheless, we are still longing, we are still buying on the dip right here. And most people, of course, they are usually not buying low and selling high. But yes, right now, we are on a discount, so if the opportunity is going to be offered to us, for sure, we might even be interested to fire a brand new long or a buying position on the entire cryptocurrency market. And this is right now why, if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free $30,000 US bonus with the first link down below, because yes, only after you register, you get 20 USDT, then make sure you deposit because you're going to get another 20 USDT, and also open up your first trade because you're going to get even bigger bonuses. But also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.